Welcome to Make Canada A again. Of course, I'm your host, Double J, Jason James. And if you're somebody like me who follows politics, then you know, as well as I do, that we just had 5 by-elections here in Canada across Quebec, Ontario, and Alberta. Now, I wasn't quite sure when the date was, but now I'm well aware, and I've been looking at the results, and pretty much the status quo has been kept, and things haven't changed. So I've been reading a couple of reports here, and I just want to share what the mainstream media is telling us. So according to Reuters Canada, excuse me, that basically that the status quo has stayed the same, that they held on to power in the 5 by-elections, that there wasn't any kind of shifts, meaning that they didn't all go Conservative or NDP. He keeps his, majority government. He, hasn't got any big, blows, no upsets, not surprising. The 2 Conservative ones stay Conservative, as it says here. It still shows that still the votes could be the last easy victory for the Liberals, so it does say that, although he did win this one here, that the next election may be difficult, because it does say here that still the votes could be the last easy victory for the Liberals, who have enjoyed a long honeymoon with voters, in part because the opposition parties are in the process of replacing their leaders ahead of the 2019 general election, when both Trudeau and members of the House of Commons face the electorate. I don't think it means anything at this stage because it's very predictable, said Nelson Wiseman, a political science professor at the University of Toronto. I think once the Conservatives have selected their leader, you're going to see a boost in Conservative support. It happens after every leadership convention, and goes on for a while. So it's more important, the elections, 2016, than what you might see closer to then. December polls show Trudeau's approval rating remain high, but dropping amid rising dissatisfaction with the economy and voter anger over broken promises to reform electoral process could eat away at the government's popularity. In addition, half Canadians want illegal immigrants crossing through illegally to be deported, and that there's a growing popularity that Trudeau's handling it wrong. So it's saying that although they had 3 wins, and although nothing's really changed, they're showing that there's potential rumblings for them to end up losing. So let's just go over here to all. And there was another one that I seen here, and it actually fairly good on the CBC's part for this part. So it shows here that the 2 people who won, and of course it's the CBC in Calgary, so it's going to be a little biased towards Calgary. So it says here that we have the 2 people that are winning. Now the guy on the left here, he seems pretty much like a Harper Dick writer. Like, he seems like a butt kiss. Like, he doesn't seem like he's, just another career politician. This one on the right, though, if you go read further down, it seems like she's actually been doing quite a bit. So let's just skip automatically down to her part. So, of course, they all say that, Calgary's rejecting what Trudeau's doing, of course, because it's Conservative. They're going to reject it. That's nothing new. But where is it? Where does it show what she's been doing? So she took the cabinet seat from Jason Kenney, who went on to become the leader of the Progressive Conservatives in Alberta. So she took a important seat. But here we have right now, Kusi, I believe is her last name, a former diplomat who ran in Ward 12 in the 2013 municipal election, losing out to Shane Keating. She then took over the role as executive director of Common Sense Calgary, described as the citizens advocacy group dedicated to lower taxation and responsible spending at City Hall. That sounds like the kind of stuff that Rob Ford was doing. That sounds like the kind of stuff that Conservatives should be doing. It seems like that's what her base is. She seems like she's one of the more pure Conservatives, and that's what she does. So, this to me seems like an actual Conservative in power. Compared to this guy, when you read his story, it seems like, a long-time Calgary and small business owner, and according to his website, he's a loyal Conservative activist who donated to spearhead the Decade of Excellence project. Right away, he says he's loyal to the Conservative Party, but he's not loyal to the Conservative movement, not like this lady here is, who's actually tried to do things. Now, here, becomes the biggest part. She won the riding with 77% of the popular vote. according to Elections Canada. She got a higher voting margin than Kenney did when he was in. So he got 9% more of the vote. It also shows that the Liberal candidate only had 17% of the vote against her, and that dropped by 5%. So it looks like even the Liberals, even furthermore, are losing their support in Alberta. And here's a number that they were talking about in the Rebel media, which is going to be important, is the NDP had only earned 2.5% of the votes. And I feel like if you read this here, you read what he got up here on the CBC article, it's kind of foresighting what might happen to the Albertan NDP, because where you have a party that goes, okay, well, here it is federal, here it is provincially, people are going to just automatically associate the two with the same. So if the federal NDP is not resonating with the Albertans, how do they expect the provincial one to resonate with them? So as this says, that the Liberals came in second with 21% of the vote, and the NDP came in with 2.9. It says in the last election, Harper won 6% of the vote, and the Liberals took 26. So the Liberals have dropped about 4.3% of the votes to him, and he got 71% of the vote. So he actually got more than what Harper did, and that was Harper, the Prime Minister at the time. So it seems like more than ever, Alberta is rejoicing and uniting in its conservatism, and that's kind of like what this is here, but it actually gives you an idea of detail who they are. Then of course this shows the same, where it is showing that this is nothing new, but it shows according to for turnout and riding in both categories, around 33%, reflects a lack of enthusiasm and buzz around the by-election. So this is something that I didn't notice before. Only 30% of the people who are eligible to vote voted. So that kind of makes you wonder, is the Liberals, and especially NDP in that area, not motivated to vote in a by-election? Or is it because this is something that not everyone hears about compared to a federal election? So I'm usually kind of wondering, what would the difference be? How much would either side sway? So yeah, nothing new here. So that's two different aspects of it. So let's just see what else we can get for news. So apparently the NDP gave out maps and advice and other help to a third-party anti-Liberal. So this is from a couple days ago, but let's just see what this says. Anti-Liberal group in Ottawa by-election. Okay, so as voters get set to head to the polls Monday in 5 federal by-elections, new evidence has emerged that New Democrats have provided strategic help and research to a third party that is endorsing NDP and Green candidates. The National Post has seen emails and memos written by the President and other members of Fair Vote Canada, third-party group which has been a strong advocate of electoral reform. The documents acknowledge that the NDP campaign in the riding of Ottawa Vanier provided maps and research to Fair Vote to help organizations decide where to apply its resources to assist electoral efforts and candidates it has endorsed. Contacted Saturday, Fair Vote Canada confirmed that Sun received the NDP's help, and NDP did not challenge that view. Fair Vote Canada has publicly endorsed the NDP and Green candidates in all 5 ridings that vote Monday and new members of Parliament. So this right here, this little piece of information, because we're talking about here in the NDP, what this kind of makes you wonder is that if you're going to try to be, because right now you know those stories of, the white cats and the black cats and voting over mouse land, and you gotta put a mouse in the power, you gotta put in the little man. But what this makes me think of is that this story gets out, it's in public knowledge, and then to the typical voter, I should say, to the typical member of society, goes, hey, look, well, this is politics being politics, is politicians being politicians, and this is nothing new. So why is this the New Democrat? It's nothing new. Why should I support them? Why should I jump off the Liberal bandwagon, or why should I give up my conservatism for this? So that doesn't help them out. Clues, official party status election held today, poll says. I wonder if that, how true is that? And all these polls are different. This might be something for another video, because my time using this program, Bandicam, has almost ended. So I hope you liked this video. Give it a like, subscribe, share, and comment, and tell me what you think. Thank you for watching Make Canada Again, and enjoy the rest of your day.